It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants on Sunday night primetime.
The unmistakable New York skyline to the east. And we are across the river on the Jersey side at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, excited for this one. Partner, what are we looking at here as this game gets rolling?
Yeah, I think this game is quite interesting in the fact, Mike, that I feel like before every week's matchup, we sit up here and we talk about quarterbacks and the passing game. And obviously, that is the direction the NFL has been headed for the last couple years. But in this matchup here today specifically, I think both these offenses want to flip that on its head. They want to control the clock, time management, ball control. Don't be afraid to punt the ball away and play defense. It's a little bit of an old school philosophy, but you have to do whatever it takes to win each matchup, and I think both of those formulas of these two teams are very similar.
Oh, yeah. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
He's going to test this secondary right away. Jaden Reed was the intended target, and it'll lead to a second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
And he will have a Packers first down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
The defense decides to come with a blitz here on 3rd down, and it's a little feast or famine. You're counting on getting home and getting to the quarterback. But give credit to the offensive line. Not only do they protect, they buy enough time for the quarterback to escape the pocket, turns himself into a runner, picks up the first down.
And he'll get this just past the 45 as he's taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Here we go.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get this close to a first down. Gets about 7, maybe a yard short of the first down. 3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's Love. He'll take a shot downfield for Musgrave. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Packers. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
And now they want to show they mean business here. Offense going to remain out there and try for 2. That's going to be caught. So the aggressiveness pays off right away, and just like that, the lead is 8-0. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
It's not often that you take the field for the first time, Mike, finding yourself down by 8. But that's the situation they find themselves in here. They have to just treat this as if it's a 2-possession game and play with a little bit more urgency on this opening drive. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball back, and now you lose all momentum. Stick to your plan, find a way to come away with points as you try to settle this offense into this game here early. So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own. And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats, and that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Giants first down.
Each week coming into the game, every team in the league, Mike, places a huge emphasis on success on their opening drive. But the key to that is sustaining possession, converting on 3rd down. It's exactly what they were able to do here, keeping the ball on the ground.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now a play fake. Jones. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
A 4-yard loss brings up 2nd and 14 at the 47-yard line.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Jones. Now a screen going to be set up for Singletary. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. Slayton is the man in motion. Again, it's Singletary. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Packers offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. The first time they had it, they scored a touchdown and added the 2-point conversion on top. So an 8-0 advantage as they work with it here on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Cut.
On play action, Love. Now he'll run it. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Ready.
1st and 10.
Ready. Hut.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. 2nd and 7.
Set. Ready. Ready. Go.
He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Jason Pinnock there to end it. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Ready.
Here's Love. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down.
Automatic 1st down.
Down. Set. Go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Now he'll run. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
On the set. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. That's to the right side and incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Here we go. Set.
Back to the air, it's Love. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. A gutsy call, but they pay it off. It's a gain of 17.
That's almost unfair. I mean, 4th and a mile. You got nowhere to go with the ball, and the quarterback's able to just tuck it down and pick it up with his legs. There's just not a lot of guys in the league that can make that play, and you can see a lot of those defenders hanging their heads saying, we know we just gave him one.
Ready up.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal.
Come on. Set.
Throwing is Love. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Christian Watson, touchdown, Green Bay. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are in.
And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay's going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Now Love getting the Packers set for this two-point try.
Ready?
They'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. This returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Giants offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Slayton is the man in motion. They'll give it to Singletary to begin this drive. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
From the gun, it's Jones. He's got his man, Wan'Dale Robinson. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
Half 18, up and go.
Shotgun now for Jones. He's got his man complete to Johnson. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league.
And this one is blocked. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Love to throw. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. So they made it a priority here early to try to get him the ball in the 1st quarter. But that was their 3rd attempt. None of them have resulted in a catch. If you got to start looking elsewhere, you don't want to get into a position, Mike, where you feel like you're forcing the guy the ball and forcing your offense to run through him.
He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Here we go. Ready.
On 4th down, Love. He'll try to run for it. And he's going to have a Packers first down as this defense can't come up with the play they need. They surrender a gain of 17 on fourth down. He's been elusive in this first half. Look at those rushing numbers for him. Defense definitely going to have to find a way to keep him in check.
Ready.
On first down, it's Love. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. Love. Now he takes off. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on third down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the first down.
Down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Cut.
To throw is Love. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
A second down throw for Love. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Okay, right.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long.
Here we go, set.
Love to throw. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Let's call it for what it is, Mike. I mean, right now, this team is winning in spite of him. Certainly not because of him. And what's really concerning is that's the most important position on the team. And if they are able to hold on and they do pull this game out, it could wind up being one of the most poor performances we've ever seen in a winning effort that I can recall in a long time. You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
On play action, it's Jones. A dive and a catch. Incredible. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. It's a big-time play to secure that one.
Open man downfield, that's Neighbors. And he will score. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. Gano on to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Giants move back to within one. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here's Nixon on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. From 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Now Love. He's going to keep it himself. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a first down.
Love to throw it on 1st down. And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes.
It's not often that you see the quarterback almost sacked 3 times on the same play, but that's the effort this quarterback put into keeping that play alive. He was able to get away from 2 guys, but not the 3rd.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
I don't think we all appreciate enough just how difficult it is to throw on the run. The technique, the arm strength, the accuracy, all of those things on complete display on that first down pass.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready?
Running is Jacobs. Finding room to the 20. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
Ready, set.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. 14-13 is our score. More from MetLife Stadium after this.
On the double.
2nd down and 8.
Ready. Ready.
Back to throw is Love. He keeps it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6.
Set. Ready.
To throw is Love. Whoa! A second effort, and he is in. Jordan Love. Touchdown, Packers. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Now Love getting the Packers set for this 2-point try.
Ready. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Isaiah McKenzie now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Malik Neighbors heading out with the Giants offense for their next possession. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down.
Half 18, half 18.
They fake the handoff. Now Jones. That is caught! And he's going to take this one all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, New York. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, here's Jaden Reed. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10.
Okay, ready? Down, ready.
From the gun, it's Love. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Ready, ready. Here we go, set.
Now Love. This one up top for Doubs. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Ready, ready.
We'll go play action with Love. He'll tuck it and take off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Come on, set. Hut.
Back to throw. He'll run again. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
The key coming into the game, anytime you're about to defend a quarterback like this, is it's not so much about rushing the quarterback for a sack as much as it is about rushing a quarterback to keep him in the pocket. He is more dangerous when he's able to escape. Keep the integrity of your rush lanes. Rush as a unit. You can see here, when you don't, he gets out of the pocket, and it's a big play.
Ready, right.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set.
Here's Jacobs. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Here now, 2nd down. and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He runs with it, and he will power his way into the end zone. Jordan Love, touchdown, Green Bay. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Anders Carlson now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Packers will make it a two-score game as they are now up 9.
Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. On the return, it's McKenzie. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Giants offense and receiver Malik Neighbors set to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The drive starts with a carry by Singletary. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Here we go. Up we go.
Working from the gun, it's Jones.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Up the middle, here's Singletary. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. To throw, it's Jones. It is brought in the end zone. Devin Singletary. Touchdown, New York. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in his first half. Great. He might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, and Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
Now, Gano for the extra point. He's got it. And the Giants will cut it to a 2-point lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here's Nixon on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Packers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Throwing is Love. He's going to tuck it and go. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a 1st down.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
22 needle.
On 2nd down, Love. Off he goes. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. And that, a record run. It will break Colin Kaepernick's single-game mark for rushing yards by a quarterback. Kaepernick had 181 back in the divisional playoff, January of 2013. This game surpasses that one.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have a clock in their head. They understand exactly how much time do they have before they start stressing the protection. He realized pretty quickly here it was time to go, tuck the ball, become a runner, and he's able to pick up a big gain.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Anytime you can force a quarterback out of the pocket and make them operate on the move, there are some benefits defensively. You eliminate half the field. It's a little bit harder to be accurate on the run. But the stress that it causes by making you have to coverage that extra second, that can be tough for any defense, and you can see why here.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
That is caught by the tight end, Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Packers. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the 1st half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Now Love getting the Packers set for this 2-point try.
Let's go.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. That'll be caught, and he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. On the return, it's McKenzie. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to take over once again. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Get started with 1st and 10.
Here we go. Calm. Out, go.
Now, a handoff to Singletary. They face 2nd down and 7.
At the 30-yard line.
They'll run once more with Singletary. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
One of the key factors for having success in the run game, Mike, is winning at the point of attack. And what that means is every play, the linemen and all the blockers, they understand where the back is going to start and then where the back could end up. And having a good understanding of that and how it pertains to the defense is how you gain your advantage to have big plays like this.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Now Jones throwing on 2nd down. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
The Packers offense ready to get back at it. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down.
Here we go. Set.
Off the play fake. Here's Love.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. He'll take off again.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping.
And now he's not spiking it. It's a fake. And this is going to blow up on them. So much for a fake. It's a sack. On 4th down, the Packers turn over to Daniel Whelan to punt. Isaiah McKenzie to bring it back for the Giants. A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. That's caught downfield by Robinson. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Singletary. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Here we go, hey. Up and go.
Shotgun now for Jones. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are able to get it back within a score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Graham Gano now following the field goal. Back to kick this one away. This returnable with Reed. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Packers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Ready.
Here's Love. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in
That's
late.
interference.
He
Defense.
might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Automatic first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On play action, Love. Now he'll run it.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
Set, cut. 43 rounds. Cut.
A 2nd down throw for Love. This one is caught by Reed. Here's 3rd and 2.
Let's go now.
Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. And he will get into the end zone. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Green Bay. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Now Love getting the Packers set for this 2-point try.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. On the return, it's McKenzie. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Giants offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10.
Pass jumbo.
They'll give it to Singletary to begin this drive. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Half 18.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. On third down, here's Singletary. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, maybe he's counting a little bit, Mike, on this defense being in pass mode, and maybe you can catch him off guard with the run call. In this case, the defense was ready for all of it. They hold them to no gain. They're going to have to bring out the punt team.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. Here's Christian Watson and the rest of the Packer offense heading back onto the field. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked.
Ready. Set.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. He's going to run it. Here's a 2nd and 9. In motion, Reed. Love to throw. There he goes again. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
And this is one of the downfalls to man coverage, Mike. Anytime the defender's eyes are so locked in on their responsibility, there's not a lot of guys with eyes on the quarterback. In this case, he escapes the pocket, becomes a runner, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
One final throw before the break, and that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. The home team's offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Okay, here we go.
On the give, it's Singletary. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Again, it's Singletary. Has an opening, past the 40. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
That's to Robinson. He's got it.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here we go.
On second down, it's Singletary. Space to run inside the 20. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 8-yard line. It's a gain of 29, and it's first and goal.
Cadence, lock in the cadence, lock in the cadence. Out, go.
In motion, it's Robinson. Here comes the jet sweep. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
On the handoff, Singletary. And he's going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
The idea here on second down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a third and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here. And I think on third and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
Here we go.
Jones now on third and goal. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Wan'Dale Robinson. Touchdown, Giants. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive, because they've still got some work to do.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This returnable with Reed. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out there. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes on point with his receivers right throughout, and continuing to master running and executing this offense.
Okay, right?
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Let's go.
In motion, Reed.
Ready?
On play action, he'll set up to throw. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Taking off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
From the gun, it's Love. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. Take a look at his receiving numbers so far. He has been terrific. Over 100 yards in this one.
Ready?
They've got it at the 8. First down and goal.
Come on, set.
Here's Love to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Deontay Banks right there with the good coverage to knock it away. So the ball still at the 8-yard line for second down and goal.
Here we go.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal. Now Love. This caught. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, that's going to set up 4th down.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually,
and he's into the end zone yet again. Jordan Love, touchdown Packers. And make that 3 rushing touchdowns. You think a quarterback gets a 3-touchdown day, it's pretty good. But 3 on the ground? That, Greg, is excellent.
It's just so hard, Mike, for a defense to account for a quarterback that can do this amount of damage with his legs. And there's a fine line, but I'll tell you what, when they unleash him as a runner, he's about as good as it gets.
Now Love getting the Packers set for this 2-point try.
Here we go. Here we go.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
52 blaster. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful.
All right, so ultimately, it's a successful play. That's a win for the defense. But that was very close, Mike, to being a 4-point swing. So instead of the offense securing 2 points on that try, if he's able to secure that interception and take it the other way, he would have gotten 2 points for the defense.
The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Jones. Open man downfield. That's Neighbors. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
That's over the middle to the tight end, Bellinger. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, Giants.
First and 10 at the 30.
Half a lead.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go, hey.
And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Daniel Jones. Touchdown, New York. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Kicker. Defense.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The Packers offense and receiver Christian Watson set to go once more. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He keeps it himself. And And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Set, ready.
A good play action with Love. That one on target to Watson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
On first down, it's Love. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
On second down, Love. That's deep for the back of the end zone. Deontay Banks right there with the good coverage to knock it away.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
He'll try to run for it. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
And that just can't happen. Third and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long first down.
He'll run again.
Ready?
In motion, Reed.
Ready?
Throwing is Love. And he is close to the pylon, but they say he's not in. But he's got the next best thing. No touchdown, but a first down. It's first and goal.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have.
Good blocking, and he's in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Now Love getting the Packers set for this two-point try.
Here we go.
Now they'll set up to throw. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack two more onto their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The Giants offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
jumbo, half
Receiver in motion, headed left.
Out, go.
The drive starts with a carry by Singletary. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
At the 32-yard line.
Momo. Out, go.
A give to Singletary on the zone read. He'll manage only a couple. The veteran Kenny Clark in on the stop. 3rd and 6.
56.
Here's Jones. Now a screen going to be set up for Singletary. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Pass. Out, go.
From the gun, it's Jones. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Jones now on 1st down. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in.
Pass interference.
Looks like he
Defense.
might have gotten there early.
Here we go, hey. Out, go.
Throwing on 1st down is Jones. A throw on the move is caught. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
Pass, jump.
Again, they'll throw with Jones. And he's going to be dropped. They can get to him back at the 15-yard line.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
1st down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal.
Half 18, half. Out, go. Out, go.
Up the middle, here's Singletary. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 10. Third and goal.
Jim. Out, go.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Here is Graham Gano to try the field goal. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Giants are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The visitors' offense, running back Josh Jacobs heading back on the field. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. First and 10.
Set, hut. Ready?
Here's Love. Off he goes. Give him 14 on that play, one first down.
Those are the plays that hurt. Because as a defense, Mike, you feel like you do everything right in your coverage. There's nowhere to go with the ball, but you leave just enough space for the quarterback to not only break contain, but to get outside and pick up the first down with his legs.
Let's go now.
Love to throw it on first down. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Here we go. Here we go.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Now Love. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
Ready, play. Ready.
Dobbs headed in motion. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Really nice job here by the defender. I mean, how often, Mike, do we see on these long downfield passes the defender kind of lose the ball in the air and get himself out of position? Well, that wasn't the case here. Really well done. And if I'm this quarterback, after these back-to-back incompletions, I got to find myself a little rhythm and take some easier throws.
The home team's offense, and Daniel Jones ready to get going once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his... From the 35, it's first and 10.
Okay, here we go. Up and go.
Now, a handoff to Singletary. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Third and long.
Here we go. Apple, apple, apple. Up and go.
Shotgun now for Jones. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Here's first and 10.
That's good for the Giants. First down.
Back to throw is Jones. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
That'll be caught by the running back Singletary. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal.
Okay, here we go.
They'll run here with Singletary. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on first down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4 down territory. I've got 3 more shots.
That one, take it in. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Here's Nixon on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
In motion, Reed.
Ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. Now he'll run it.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
2nd and a yard.
Down. Cut.
On play action, Love. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Now he'll run. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Set.
Now faking the give. He'll take off again. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Dobbs headed in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Come on, set. Cut.
And they'll try it now with Jacobs. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down, it would appear. Yes, he does, by a full yard. They get the conversion on 4th and 2.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
He's to the 10. And he's going to be taken down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
In motion, Reed. From the gun, it's Love. He's going to run it.
First and goal. The quarterback thinks he's got a shot to take this one in himself. I think he's just a little late in his reaction and decision to turn into a runner. Defense has just enough time to get there. They stop him short of the end zone. Second and goal.
Here now, second down and goal.
Let's go now.
They'll run with Jacobs. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. That his second touchdown tonight. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
And now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Here we go. Here we go.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Still keeping the legs moving, somehow managing to turn that into a gain. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. He'll grab it at the 12. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get back to work. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down.
Here we go. Calm. Up we go.
Throwing, Jones. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You could tell pre-snap the quarterback got the exact matchup he was looking for. His running back against the linebacker on a wheel route, and that is a matchup they are going to take all game long.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Half a late. Up we go.
Here's Jones to throw. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3.
Here we go. Hey. Up we go.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you?
And he will score again. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Defense.
So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The Packers offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball.
Ready?
We'll go play action with Love. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Set, ready. Set.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. There he goes again.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
Ready, ready. Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. He's going to keep it himself. Here's 2nd and 6.
Down.
Here's Love. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
Okay, right. Here we go.
They'll run with Jacobs.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Pass interference. Defense.
The crowd does not agree with that call. Boos ring out. Doesn't matter. Not going to change it. It's a first down.
Here we go. Ready.
Love to throw. Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line.
Ready.
To throw is Love. He runs with it. And he's got another one. Jordan Love. Touchdown, Green Bay. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up 1, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the 4th quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
Ready.
Big play coming up for the Pack as they're going to go for 2. Love. The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it, It's incomplete, and they come up empty. Try it for 2.
Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense running back Devin Singletary back on the field. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll give it to Singletary to begin this drive. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. And here comes 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jones. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. The Packers have it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
The defense just has not been able to keep him under wraps. Now 10 catches in the game. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
Ready.
Back to throw is Love. That is caught side of the end zone. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Packers. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
Carlson now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Packers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Malik Neighbors heading out with the Giants offense for their next possession. They need to start making some inroads here, down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. To throw, it's Jones. Now a screen going to be set up for Singletary. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. A throw on the move, is caught. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. That'll be incomplete with a penalty flag down. It looked like someone was across early.
Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5.
Here we go, hey.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. Open man downfield, that's Neighbors. A gain of 24 through the air. That's good for a Giants first down.
Half jumbo.
Again, they'll throw with Jones. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. He's got his man, that's Slayton. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
That penalty is declined.
Half 18, half.
Jones to the air again. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. There is a marker down, but I think this score is going to hold up.
Offside. Defense. That penalty is declined.
And now it's a 9-point game, so they'll go for just 1 here. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Here's Nixon on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Here's Love to throw. He's going to tuck it and go. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. 2nd down and 8.
Ready.
Running is Jacobs. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
Ready?
They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
Okay, ready? Let's go. Set.
Now Jacobs.
Let's go. Go.
Even with the lead, they're trying to press the tempo. On 4th down, Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. It's a pickup of 14. And the decision to go for it pays off.
And that 1st down should all but do it, Mike. With only 1 remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
Here we go. Set.
They'll drop to throw. Taking off. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Love. He'll run again. So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. And they were able to run up a big point total here, higher even than the 72 points put up by Washington in 1966. That was the previous record. They were able to surpass it in this one. An incredible record-setting offensive performance. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from New Jersey.